Hi friends, my name is Jess and welcome back to my channel, Books Past Bedtime. So this weekend I'm going to be doing a 24-hour readathon, so I'm going to film the little intro right now. It is like 5 p.m. on Friday night. Got out of work early, so I filmed all the videos I needed to film already, and then I'll probably edit on Sunday. So Saturday I'm going to completely dedicate to reading, and I'll probably start tonight, so I wanted to go ahead and throw this intro in here. And priority number one is going to be getting my currently reading under control, because it is insane. It's insane how many books I'm in the middle of, and I am going to try my darndest to fix that, and I think that it'll help me because I'll be motivated taking books off the list, you know, that I've already started, only have so much left of. So that is the plan. I'll go through kind of what I am planning to finish, what I'm planning to read, and we'll go from there. So I have a stack of 5 books here that I'm in the middle of, and I want to prioritize these before I start anything new. First one I have here is Check Please by 𝗙𝗁 𝗂𝗂. This is a graphic novel about this guy. It's his first year in college. He's a freshman in college. He is a baker, he's a YouTuber, and he's also a hockey player. He joins his hockey team, and I think it's going to be a romance between him and another person on the hockey team. I am on page 82. Christine bookmark, shop the 𝗙𝗵𝗱𝗱 shop. I can't say that, it's a tongue twister. So I'm on page 82 of like 250. I don't know, the last page isn't marked as a number. So this will be very quick and easy for me to fly through. Don't know why I'm in the middle of this book. What's wrong with me? I don't know. Next, I want to finish The Lost Ones by 𝗙𝗵𝗄 𝗏𝗂. This is a story about this woman. She's kind of like a nomadic woman, and she actually had this daughter that she gave up for adoption quite a while ago. I mean, she gave her up for adoption at birth. And she's approached by these 2 people telling her that her biological daughter has gone missing and their adopted daughter has gone missing, and they are requesting that she help find her. I believe she has some kind of tracking ability or something. So she's going on this journey to try and find her daughter, figure out what happened to her. This is like a thriller, sort of, and I'm on page 240. Another Christine bookmark, shop the 𝗙𝗵𝗱𝗱 shop, of 342. So I only have like 100 pages left. I really need to finish this book. This one's probably the one I've been reading for the longest. This one's for the Literally Dead book club, which is why I'm reading it. So I'd like to finish it before the freaking live show. That would be nice. Next, I am also reading One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston. This one, it says I'm on page 71 of like 416 or so, and I've listened to a little bit more of the audiobook, I think, so I think I'm a little bit farther than that. But this is basically a romance following our main character August and Jane, who she meets on the train in New York City. It turns out that Jane is displaced in time, and it's actually from the 70s, and August has to help her get herself back. I'm really enjoying this one so far. It's very cute, and I want to keep reading it. I was actually reading it for the Sugar and Spice book club, but that live show is tonight, so I'm probably not gonna make it to that. But I definitely would like to focus on finishing this one. I'm really loving this one. Be a light, easy romance to pick up in between, and I am I'm almost like 25% of the way through. So this one is probably my like lowest priority, but it's still on the list. Next, The Night Tiger by 𝗙𝗵𝗄 𝗏𝗂. Definitely want to finish this one. This one's a sort of magical realism book set in Malaysia, and it follows these few characters whose lives all end up intertwining in this very weird, interesting, unique way. It's very good so far. I'm really liking it. I know that I'm past the 50% mark, so I hopefully only have like 150 pages left of this book. So why do I do this? Why do I do this to myself? I don't know. And then finally, I also really want to finish The Japanese Lover by Isabel Allende. I am reading this for a video, so I definitely need to focus on this one. And I am pretty much exactly halfway through this one. This one follows this woman who immigrates to America from Poland during World War II. And there she meets this Japanese boy who she befriends. He and his father are actually the gardeners at her aunt and uncle's house, who she goes to live with. And they form this really close friendship, this really close bond. But then he and his father and the rest of his family are put in a Japanese internment camp in the US, which is horrible, and they kind of lose touch, I think. But then we're also following a later timeline of this young woman who's working in like a residential nursing home. She meets this woman that came from Poland and forms this relationship with her, and she's trying to figure out who's writing her mysterious letters, and I think it's her friend from a long time ago. So I'm very excited to see how this all comes together. I'm really enjoying this one. It's very beautifully written. I'm excited to finish it. This one will probably be pretty easy to finish as well. I am on page 150 of like 320, 321, a little bit over 150 pages to read of this one. I am listening to the audiobook, and I think with the audiobook I can do it in like 2.5 hours. So that's the plan. So if this takes me 2.5 hours, I think I have 3 hours of this one left on audio. So that's like 5.5. We'll say 6 to be safe. This one, I don't really know how much I got left of this one. This one's probably 5 hours on its own. So like 11. This shouldn't take me more than an hour. So 12. And this should take me like another 1.5 to 2 hours. So that's 14 hours, which is very much doable in a 24-hour readathon with still some sleep and some breaks. That's the plan. And that's probably pretty much what I'll do, but I will keep you updated as I go. I really don't want to start any new books in this video, but if I do, The Scent Keeper by 𝗕𝗵𝗴𝗻, I don't know how to say her last name, is also something I need to get through here in the next couple of weeks, so I might pick that one up. The audiobook's fairly short, and I actually have started this one as well. I'm like 16% of the way through this one, so I might pick that one up. But I also have quite a few like short books on my TBR that I might grab. I have On a Sunbeam by 𝗙𝗵𝗴𝗲 over there, which is a graphic novel if I need something to break up the text-heavy books other than Check Please. I also have Switch by E.S. King, which is very short, and I think it's like not a ton of writing, and I think there's like some pictures in it and stuff. Yeah, like there's not tons of words, so this would be a quick and easy one to fly through if I felt like it. Also, another quick one would be I'm Thinking of Ending Things by Ian Reid. This is a thriller. I don't really know what it's about, that my friend Nitty got me. It also like doesn't have a lot of words because the chapters are like this, you know. That would be a quick one to read, and I'm really interested in reading this one. I also have Horror Store by Grady Hendrix here. I am so fascinated by this one. It is like a book as an IKEA catalog, but horror. So it seems like iconic, like look at that. And I've heard it's pretty creepy. Like how cool. It's so fun. But I think that this one's like deceptively a lot of words because most of the pages look like this. So I think it's kind of like a regular book, but it's just has some pictures along the way. So I don't know how long it will take, but I might pick this one up as well. So yeah, that was my very long intro to this vlog, and let's just hop into it. I'm probably gonna start vlogging now. My grandma, aunt, and cousin are coming over with pizza. We're gonna have some wine and we're gonna go on a boat ride. So that'll be fun. And then as soon as that's over, I will probably start reading. I'll let you know when I start the clock, and let's just get right into it. Hello, it is 10:30 a.m. on Saturday morning and I have not started reading yet, but I'm about to get into it, so I think I'm going to start my 24-hour readathon right now and I'll end at like 10:30, 11 tomorrow. So that is the plan. The first couple books I'm going to focus on are these. I think I probably will do The Night Tiger first and then move on to these three: Check Please, The Japanese Lover, and The Lost Ones. I definitely think I can finish all of these today and this afternoon, so that's the plan. Those are the ones I'm going to focus on first, and I am just going to get reading. I have my ambiance on and let's do it. Alright, we are a little over 2 hours. No, not quite. We're not quite 2 hours into the readathon, and I did finish my first book. I finished The Night Tiger by 𝗙𝗵𝗴 Chu. I listened to the rest of the audiobook on 3 times speed, so I think it took me like an hour in 40 minutes or so. Didn't take me that long. I actually really enjoyed this one. I was kind of spoiled for the ending because this was our book club book that we talked about on Tuesday, so I had my mom like tell me what happened in the end, but I still wanted to finish it, and I'm glad I did because it was really good. Definitely probably would have been better if I had like read it myself without being spoiled first, but overall really good. Very like beautiful writing, atmospheric, excellent characters. Really enjoyed this one. Probably will give it like 4.5 stars. I genuinely really liked it, and the audiobook was good as well. The plan next is to jump back into The Japanese Lover by Isabel Allende. Really want to finish this one up today, and I'm halfway through. I think I have 4.5 hours left of the audiobook, and I think that's real time, so if I listen to it very fast I can probably do it in like an hour and a half, and so that is my plan for what I'm going to read next. Alright, I just finished my second book of the 24 hours, and that was The Japanese Lover by Isabel Allende. I really enjoyed this story. I thought it was beautiful. I loved the writing, I loved the characters, and the reveals at the end were honestly really good and made me tear up for sure. So I think this is like a 4.5 star read. I don't want to talk too much about it because it's going to be included in another upcoming vlog. Elvis, what are you doing? But yeah, second one done. I'm gonna put my total pages that I've read so far on the screen because I don't remember. It took me like an hour and 45 minutes to finish this book, so I have done like approximately 3.5 hours of reading so far, and it is just about, what time is it? It's right a little bit after 3, so I started at 10:30. Not this hard. So it's been like 5 hours and some change. I stopped and had some lunch, took a couple breaks, but like 3.5 hours out of 5 is pretty good. So I'm gonna keep reading. I'm still trying to read things for the tarot readathon, so I hopped on Instagram and chose my book, and I got Check Please by 𝗙𝗵𝗴𝗄 𝗪𝗁, and this is a graphic novel about a college hockey team, so I'm gonna jump into this. I am on page 82 of, I don't know, probably less than 200, so I should breeze through this. I'm gonna try and do a time lapse on my phone. I've not done that before, so we will see how it turns out. Maybe if it's really bad, it won't be in the video, but let's do it. I finished Check Please, so that makes 3 books finished and this many pages read, and I absolutely loved this. It was so cute. This is like 5 stars, and I want to order the next copy immediately. Oh my gosh, it was like the sweetest queer romance at the core of it, but it's also about hockey and college and internet culture. It was great. I loved it so much. I am not sure what I'm gonna pick next, so I think I'm gonna draw another card for the tarot readathon, and I will be back in a second to let you know what I pick. Alright, my tarot cards told me that I needed to get my NetGalley score in check, so that's what we're doing. And I decided to read Cool for the Summer by Dahlia Adler. The audiobook for this one is super short, it's only 6 hours long. This is a YA contemporary about our bisexual main character who is torn between a male and a female love interest, so it should be good, should be cute, fast, fun, and quick, and I'm hoping to have it done in like 2 hours and some change, so let's do it. So I am kind of glad that my tarot cards told me to read Cool for the Summer because it's so good. Oh my god, it's so good. I'm getting like so worked up reading it. Like, oh my gosh, it's crazy. And I just really hope she ends up with the person she should. But I am just about to hop on some sprints with the Roomies Digest. Very excited. I did finish Cool for the Summer by Ďália Adler on that first sprint, and I ended up really loving this book. I'm really glad that my tarot cards made me read this book because it ended up being super cute, super fun. I loved the romance, and it was like a perfect amount of angst, and it was just really fun and cute, and I liked it a lot. I'm sad that I hadn't read it earlier, but I'm glad to have finally read it now. Probably will get like a 4.5 star. I mean, it wasn't like a new favorite book, but it was honestly really good and really cute, so I don't know. I wouldn't change anything about it, so I might just give it 5 stars. I don't know. I liked it a lot. Thought it was really cute. And then I did draw another tarot card on my Instagram story, and it picked for me the prompt to read a book with a like large diverse friend group included in it. And so I am going to pick One Last Stop by 𝗙𝗵 𝗀𝗃 back up 25% of the way through. I talked about this on my original TBR. I was wanting to get through it. And honestly, Cool for the Summer has me in a woman-loving woman romance mood. So I'm going to hop back into this guy. And I'm very excited. I have the audiobook through 𝗙𝗵𝗴𝗱. So I probably am going to like listen and follow along. I've been doing that all day and I've really been liking it. And I think it helps me get through it faster because I can listen to the audiobook on like 3 times speed while I'm following along. So it makes getting through quick. We are just past the 12-hour mark of the readathon, and here is a page update for you. And I have finished 4 books, which is pretty freaking good. So let's see if I can keep it up. I'm not feeling super tired. I don't know how late I'm going to be able to stay up, but I'm going to try my best to sleep as little as possible because I feel like I'm on a roll. So yeah. Let's get into it. And I'm really happy I made a lot of progress for the tarot readathon because I felt like I was not participating this week with work and everything. So we are on a good little roll, and let's just keep going.
3 hours later.
So it's 20 minutes from 2 a.m. and I was pretty tired, but now I'm like kind of okay. I have 2 hours left of the audiobook, a little bit less actually. That's real time, so listening 3 times speed. I still have like 1 hour and 50 minutes left, so I will definitely finish this before my 24 hours are up. The question is just if I will finish it before I go to sleep or after. And I'm not quite sure yet, so I will keep you updated. So it is many days later. I was editing this video, realized I never filmed an outro. So here I am to film the outro. So I did end up finishing One Last Stop, even though I didn't update you when I did. I finished it that morning, the Sunday morning. So that brings my total for the 24-hour readathon. 5 books finished, and I read a total of 196 pages, which I feel is very eerily similar to the number of pages I read during my first 24-hour readathon that I filmed. I feel like it's like the exact same number, which is really weird. I'll put that on screen. But just to kind of wrap it up, I first finished The Night Tiger by Яньxi Chu. This was an adult kind of fantasy magical realism type of story set in Malaysia. It was really good. I ended up rating it 4 stars, I think. It was very beautifully written. The characters were very well done. It was a very like rich story. I really enjoyed it a lot. And I read 137 pages of this book. The next book I finished was The Japanese Lover by Isabel Allende. I also really loved this one. This was an adult historical fiction story following this girl who immigrated from Poland to America during World War II and her subsequent relationship with a Japanese man who terribly had to go to an internment camp during his childhood. This one was also beautifully written, and I really loved how everything came together in the end. It was just beautifully done, a very like human experience type of story. I really loved it. It was really good. I gave it like, I think I rounded up to 5 stars. It was really good. And I've read 172 pages of that one. The next book I finished was the Check Please graphic novel following a college hockey team and a little romance between 2 of the players. This was really good. I gave it like 4.5 stars, I think. I'm weird with my 5 stars, I'm sorry, but I read 207 pages of that one. The The fourth book I finished was a book that I actually read in its entirety. It was one I hadn't started prior to the readathon, and that was Cool for the Summer by Dahlia Adler. I was very pleasantly surprised by this one. I think I probably ended up giving it 4 stars. This was a YA contemporary story following our main character, who is bisexual, and she's kind of torn between a male and a female love interest, and it was really cute, a really sweet story. I liked it a lot, and I read 272 pages of that one. And the last book I finished was One Last Stop by 𝗙𝗵 𝗀𝗃, which I own, but I don't know where it is. So, oh, it's over there, but I'll just put it on the screen. This book I had already started prior to the readathon. I was like 25% of the way through, so I did end up reading 308 pages of this one, and that pushed my total to the 1,096 pages. I really loved this one as well. This one actually will probably make it in my favorite books of the year video. I loved it so much. I think that's a pretty unpopular opinion. I don't think people like it as much for some reason as Red, White, and Royal Blue, but I absolutely loved it. I thought it was so good. We're following our main character August and her relationship with this girl that she meets on the train in New York named Jane, and Jane is displaced in time. She's actually from the 70s, so August and her friends are trying to figure out how to help Jane get back to the 70s, but also August is very conflicted about this because she has fallen for Jane and really likes her a lot. I absolutely loved this book. I loved the romance. It was good. I thought it was so cute. I loved it so much. So this one got a very easy 5 stars for me. It's probably my favorite one that I read for the readathon. But yeah, those are the 5 books that I read over this 24-hour span. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making it. I always love doing 24-hour readathons because it brings up my book total for the month. So that was really nice. And yeah, don't forget to check out the description for any relevant links. I'll link all the books that I featured in this video in case you want to purchase any of them. You can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter to keep up with me on the day-to-day. I'm definitely active on Instagram. But yeah, that is all for me today. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you being here. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and like this video if you liked it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.